What's going on, Patriots fans? I am your host, Allie Barefoot of Patriots Today by Chat Sports, and this episode, I want to talk to you guys. I know there's a lot of questions surrounding the offense, the defense, the coaching staff, the front office even, of the New England Patriots, and I want to hear what you guys are thinking and what you want to know. So let's do this mailbag, shall we? But first, I need to ask you guys to do one quick thing for me. If you want the latest news and rumors on your New England Patriots this entire season, off-season, playoffs, hopefully, go on ahead and hit that sub button for me. It's completely free, and I promise we are going to do our best to get you the latest information on anything and everything New England Patriots. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our mailbag here. I'm going to go with either Orange Lover or Oregon Lover. Either way, I love the picture of your cat in your profile. All right, do we have an 1,000-yard receiver this season? Which you think it wouldn't be that hard in the NFL here, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure if there is an 1,000-yard receiver with the Patriots. And that's not horrible. You can have three receivers that accumulate up to 400 yards each, something like that. But overall, when you take a look at the depth chart here, you got Kendrick Bourne, who does have the opportunity to be an 1,000-yard wide receiver. But when you look at what he's done the last couple of years, he really never accumulates more than 500. Jalen Polk could definitely be an attribute here that could get something like that. He has the resources, he has the skill set in order to obtain that amount of yards. But will he see that transition from college to pro? Pop Douglas, 110%. The slot may be a little bit harder there for him to reach that 1,000 mark, but then it kind of goes down the line. And when you look at what these players have done their last couple of years here, it could be KJ Osborne. Why? Because he played for the Minnesota Vikings the last 3 years with Kirk Cousins, and he actually accumulated over 600 receiving yards last year, but he wasn't the wide receiver one in Minnesota anymore. He could now be the wide receiver one here for the New England Patriots, as that kind of go-to target is still open for the Pats. But you also got to think, the rookie had 1,100 receiving yards in Washington last year, but it is college. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. It's one of those things where you hope his talent will translate to the professional league, and if it does, then it looks like you're in pretty good hands, especially if you do end up with somebody like a Drake Maye and a Jalen Polk, when you got that quarterback that has a cannon of an arm, and you got Polk who knows how to really work those go routes. Then yes, I do think Polk could be your 1,000-yard receiver, but I'm also really setting the expectations high for a rookie to do so. All right, I got another question coming in here from GC Sports. Hashtag Patriots. What UDFA players from this year do you see making the 53-man roster? Also, who are some surprise cuts? And I'm going to keep it real with you. I know there's about 9 UDFAs the Patriots have picked up so far, and I don't see a damn one making it. I'm going to be honest, and that's kind of a good thing, is that the Patriots do have such a solid core right now that the UDFAs may just not have the talent to be able to compete with what is going on right now with the Patriots on offense and on defense. But that's not to say somebody can't break out. I think training camp is going to be a huge test to see if there is any UDFAs really fighting for that final spot in their position to be able to break through. And if I had to choose one UDFA that I have seen so far in minicamp and OTAs, I'm going to go with Del Pettis. Why? Because I think that strong safety spot could always have a little bit more help. When you got Kyle Duggar in there, who's phenomenal, then you got Brendan Schooler, who more of his skill sets do lie with the special teams, which is why I could see somebody like Pettis really making that drive there to potentially get in at the safety number 3, maybe safety number 2. But that's really only if I had to pick. I haven't seen that great of a showcasing from the UDFA so far, but potentially with some free agents they could pick up, who's to say we couldn't see some different names here on the 53-man roster. All right, with that being said, who do you guys think the Patriots should sign in free agency? There are a ton of players you guys can actually go on ahead and pick up, maybe fill in some of those holes in the offensive line. You got a couple of holes still to fill in the secondary, the cornerback, right cornerback position primarily, maybe even the left, knowing Gonzalez has the injury history that he did have last year. And like I said, that strong safety position could always use an extra body. But one more time before I get into a couple more of your questions here, which I did post in the community tab of Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I asked you guys, ask me your questions. Well, if you guys want updates like that, just hit that sub button for me. That's all you got to do. And if you are subscribed, which over 12,700 of you already are, be sure your noties are turned on. I'm not going to spam you. I'm not going to be that weird ex that keeps calling. All I'm going to do is let you know when I post a video, which is about once a day. That's about it. So go on ahead, subscribe, and turn on your noties. Coming in here from Cosmic Boy 13, and I did ask if you got any hot takes or questions, but here's a hot take coming in from Cosmic Boy. Patriots could go 9-8 this year, and if Tua, Allen, and Rodgers all get injured, we will win our division. Kind of morbid, not going to lie, but I see where you're coming from. You know, Rodgers only played 3 snaps as a New York Jet. Tua, unfortunately, he is 1 hit away from possibly never playing football again. And Josh Allen, well, you never know what Josh Allen could do. But I was actually talking to the former New England Patriots host here at Chat Sports, Nick Roloff. We went and got drinks last night. I'm like, how many games do you actually think they will win this year? And he said, we could be a 7-win ball club. Why? Because think of how bad the offense was last year for the Patriots. It was pretty bad. And they still won 4 ball games in some pretty intense games. And he did say, and I agreed, is that I do see them actually taking one against the Bills. Miami's going to be tough. You could definitely take one over the New York Jets, who are kind of struggling on offense the same way the Patriots have been. But I could also see them being a more than 7-win team. There's got to be a lot of dominoes that are going to have to fall for that to happen without the injuries of other quarterbacks in the conference. All right, coming back in here from GC Sports, #Patriots. What exact week do you think Maye takes over? Any chance Milton gets a role like Malik Cunningham had? I love this question because obviously this has been the headline for the Patriots since the NFL draft is, what is Drake Maye's role? Will they repeat what happened with Mac Jones? Is he QB1? And if you ask me, I think week 6 is Drake Maye's. I do. I think they're going to give Jacoby Brissett plenty of time to decipher whether or not this is going to be our quarterback moving forward, or if Drake Maye has the ready now talent and win now talent to help out the New England Patriots. Because it is very unfortunate for the Drake Maye situation because of what Mac Jones just did. Because you drafted a quarterback who wasn't even as high up as Drake Maye was in the draft, and he completely failed at that position, you are now left with that big bubble of, should we try that again? You know, it's different players, seems a little bit better, maybe. But when you have a veteran like Jacoby, who hasn't had the best success in the NFL just yet, but he is taking QB1 reps right now, and he's been pretty solid. And of course, it's just shells, and it's really just X's and O's in techniques. I do think the Patriots will struggle at the start of the season, and that's okay. That's why they play 17 games. But I do think Drake Maye could possibly see that starting role between week 5, week 6, somewhere in that limelight to really make sure Brissett has had enough time for Gerard Mayo to be like, that's not our guy. Let's see what Maye can do. So once again, Brissett will start this season. At least that's how I'm seeing it. But give it 1 through 4, which is going to be a really tough 1 through 4, 1 through 5. I think Maye, when he does take over, he will take over for the rest of the year. But now, once again, my questions always come back to you guys. When do you think Drake Maye will start? Go on ahead and drop your predictions down below. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to tweet at me at AR Barefoot. Drop it in the comment section below. Even comment on the community posts we make on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. All this channel is, guys, it's just me and you talking like Patriots fans.